Can a trail system still be a good one, even after a crash, puncture, and even a bee sting? That's what we're gonna figure out today in this video. Today we went mountain biking in Duluth, Minnesota in the Piedmont and Brewer Trails system. This was my first time there, so I was riding the trails blind and stopping many times to make sure we were going the right direction.
They made those
But
wider.
this wasn't very difficult thanks to the many maps and signs located along the trails. We started on Homebrew, which is a 2-mile intermediate loop, which is full of bedrock and gorgeous overlooks, looking out at Duluth and Lake Superior. If I had to be honest, I think this trail is just good on looks alone, but there is more to the trail than the views. How is the terrain? Rocks. Lots of rocks. The trail is split along riding over exposed bedrock, which is very different than riding on dirt. Bedrock has a surprising amount of grip, like concrete, but it's much less forgiving, which I will later learn the hard way.
Oh gosh.
Now for the second part, we cross the road to ride the upper and lower burner of Stovetop. Yes, these are the actual names of the trails. These two trails create a large loop with other trails branching off of it. We started heading east on the lower burner of Stovetop, climbing upwards. As we reached the top, we took a right at Deer Slayer. If we stayed left, we would have gone to the upper burner of Stovetop. Deer Slayer took us to the start of Red Dress,
a
short advanced trail, hoping to get a little excitement after pedaling along lower burner. Although Red Dress wasn't nuts, it still had a few small jumps and some technical rocky bits. Oh, and a crazy skinny that went up a rock. Okay, maybe that feature was a bit nuts, but you could choose not to do it, and that's what I did. Red Dress spits us out onto the end of Scarface, not Sacrifice. Hey, I was going fast, and it was hard to read the little trail sign. As we continued down Upper Burner, things took a turn towards the worst. Ha, get it? A turn for the worst? Anyway, here's what happened. I was climbing up a small bit of exposed bedrock, and bam, out of nowhere, my bike stops dead in its tracks, and I'm thrown off of my bike into a patch of pokey wild raspberries. My hips land on the rock, and I lay aching in pain. Fine, it wasn't that bad, but what probably happened is that my front wheel turned into the edge of the trail, stopping me, and I fell over. In my defense, I did land in raspberries, and my hips still have bruises from hitting the bedrock. But I wasn't going to let a small crash and hurting hips stop me. So I continued down Upper Burner, dodging trees, scrambling over rocks, and blasting across bridges. What more could go wrong? I already fell, so I should be perfectly fine.
Like anywhere?
No, what is that noise?
Was nasty.
Oh, don't tell me your back tire is flat. Oh, you got a puncture.
No.
And with no spare tube or a patch kit in sight, we walked ourselves and a bike out of the trail, past the crazy rock roll, and down the daring descent that we were looking so forwards to. Oh, and did I mention a bee stung us? Yeah, somehow a bee decided to sting one of us while we were pushing our bikes out of the trail. It really couldn't get much worse. Well, probably could, but it wasn't too good. But somehow, after all of that, I still want to go to the Piedmont and Brewer Trails system. The trails are in a fabulous location. They're easy to navigate, there's plenty of features to keep it interesting, and on top of all of that, the trails were very well maintained. If you happen to find yourself in Duluth, Minnesota, I would highly recommend you stop by and check out Piedmont and Brewer mountain bike trails.